name is Dr. Tom McElroy, and I'm the director.
My name is Jaron Bond, and I'm the program manager for Advanced Manufacturing.
Here at Western Maryland Works, we have degree programs, we have a makerspace, and we have certificated programs. Jaron will talk a little bit more about our certificated programs.
Yeah, so some of those programs that we offer are welding, machining, industrial maintenance, and robotics. So let's go ahead and check out the welding lab here now. Here we are in our welding lab. This lab basically gets utilized all year round. We offer various amounts of courses from shielded metal arc welding to MIG and TIG welding, and a lot more coming down the pipeline. We have 14 different welding booths. Our typical class sizes range from 6 to 12 students. We have a shielded metal arc welding course that is 80 hours long, and we also have a MIG and TIG class that is 40 hours long. And then we also utilize this lab with our local business partners and unions. So we have the Ironworkers Union along with the Electricians Union that come in and utilize this lab throughout the summer. So that was our awesome welding program. Let's go check out our state-of-the-art machining program. So here we are in our machining fabrication lab. This lab is utilized by 3 different groups. As you can see behind me, we have a group of local high school students that come every other week to earn their degree. We have a 2-year associate's engineering degree offered by the college. We also have a 10-month program of continuing education where students can earn up to 13 industry-recognized credentials. So to begin with, the students spend the first couple weeks in the classroom reviewing geometric tolerances and dimensions along with blueprint specifications, so they fully grasp the concept of the machining blueprint before coming over into the machining lab. Once they get into the machining lab, we teach them on manual mills and lathes. Once they grasp the concepts of that, we send them over to the manual grinders. And then lastly in the class, we teach them CNCs. So that was our machining and fabrication lab. Next up on the tour is our industrial maintenance. Let's go take a look at that now. So here we are in our industrial maintenance lab. Here, our industry partners usually utilize this space in sending their employees down for different credential training. The credentials are also offered through NIMS, the National Institute of Metalworking Skills, and we use the Amatral learning systems to teach these students. There are 9 different duty areas in which a student can utilize and earn a credential. These involve maintenance operations, basic pneumatic systems, basic mechanical systems, basic hydraulic systems, electronic control systems, process control systems, maintenance welding, and maintenance piping. So that concludes our industrial maintenance portion of the tour. Let's check out our robotics area here. So here we are in our robotics lab. We have 4 different styles of robots. So this is a 10-week, 120-hour course that offers a college certificate. In this course, students will learn how to handle tool operation and programming. They also have access to FANUC's RoboGuide simulation software. This course offers hands-on instruction with robotic cert trainers, and they will learn on real-world teach pendants. So I hope you enjoyed the tour of all the credential programs we offer here at Western Maryland Works. Let's go find Tom and he'll talk about the makerspace.
Hey Jaron, thanks a lot. That was really informative. Let's go over to the wood shop and let's check that out. This is part of the makerspace here at Western Maryland Works. Let's go. Here in the wood shop, we have several courses that are very popular. And the CNC classes usually consist of doing cutting boards. Our makers learn how to use the computer to design. Another very interesting project that we have here is wood turning. Students love to wood turn. They make bowls, they make holiday decorations. Everything we do within the wood shop is done with safety in mind first. We make sure that there's an extensive safety course taught before any of the tools are utilized by any of our makers. So just know that when you come in here, you're going to have a very fun project when you walk out the door, but you're also going to be safe. That was our wood shop. I hope you found that very interesting. Let's head down to the DigiLab. That place is really awesome. Come on. Welcome to the DigiLab. Our makers find this a great place to explore. There's a lot of wonderful opportunities in here. Come on in. Digilab can be broken into several different stations. The first station I'd like to talk about is the laser etcher / printer. So we actually have two of those types of machines. We have a smaller one, which is the Universal Laser Systems. And our techs will actually help the makers put in their project into this system. We can either burn all the way through wood or whatever the material may be, or we can actually print words or designs. Then we have a very large etcher laser, which is an Omtech. And the Omtech can take large feeds of projects up to 9 feet that can actually go through the entire system. Another workstation that we have within the Digilab are 3D printers. We have 5. We have a Creality, we have 2 Dremels, and then we have 2 Bamboos. People are amazed at the quality of the prints that come out of all of our 3D printers. Makers can design their own, or they can be purchased online and brought in. Some things come off of CAD Designs, some things come off of Etsy, or other online stores. We have 3 large format printers. The blue one is used for banner making. We have a lot of makers that come in that use this printer. We have folks that come in from boosters from the local schools. They use it for prom, and they'll come in and they'll print their banner off of the Roland. And then we have 2 UV printers, and they have a rotary tool that they can also print on mugs and so forth. Those 3 printers are used very heavily. All of the banners that you see within the Digilab have been printed right here. You can see that the colors are very bright and vivid. Lines are crisp. The last station that we have here within the Digilab is the fabrics area. So we have 2 transfer stations. One is the fusion, where you actually have your design and you put it onto the fabric, and the fusion heats up and you press down and it transfers your design onto the cloth. And then we have the roll-in. Basically you have a cartridge and you have your design that comes from the computer. You transfer it over to the roll-in, put your fabric right where you want it within that cartridge. You put the cartridge in, you put your design into the roll-in, and you hit the print button and it prints onto your fabric. Both of these machines are used quite a bit. We're looking to expand this area with the fibers. So that's the next up and coming part here within the Digilab. We're here in the additive manufacturing lab, which is another 3D printing room. We have Stratus 3D printers, and we also have a metal printer, which is an EOS. The EOS machine prints metal. It will actually take Inconel, stainless steel, and titanium and print it in metal formats. So it's actually a small machine, but the computer trainer is actually the same as what they have up at Northrop Grumman. It's not necessarily what's produced, but it's the process, and we train people on processes here. As far as the Stratus, we have hospitals come in, and what they're doing is they're printing body parts. Those body parts are used as instructional models for patients. We've printed a heart. We have a neurologist coming and is going to print the skull and the brain. It's all for surgical purposes. So this whole lab is not intended for necessarily makers, like off the street makers, but it's for prototyping. So it's all for those types of print jobs. Here's a 3D scanner. We could actually scan an existing part with this device. Take the data off of this machine, put it into the computer, then take that data and put it into one of our printers here. We could actually print the part. So this is one more way that the additive manufacturing lab can be useful to industry and to manufacturing here within the Cumberland area. Some of the other items that we can print in the additive manufacturing lab are drones. And this is a functional drone. This space right here is where the servos go. Spot back here are the mounts for the engine. This comes off for the battery, and once it prints, they're just screwed together. Again, this is the process of making. This could be upscaled for whenever people go out into manufacturing. So that was our additive manufacturing lab. Let's go ahead and take a look at our CAD/CAM lab. Bob Prosser will take it from here.
Hi, I'm Bob Prosser. I am the instructor here for the high school, the college, and the continuing ed program. The things that we do in here is designing. CAD is computer aided design or drafting. CAD/CAM is when we actually use a program, we draw it, and then we put it into a program to where it will produce M&G codes so that we could actually put it into a CNC machine. First, the students start out with 2D drawings, and then they move over to your 3D drawings. This is where the students get their beginning to get out and get a career in the drafting program. Thank you for coming, and it's back to you, Tom.
That was really informative. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our Wall of Fame. The Wall of Fame was started just recently. What we want to do is celebrate our student success. So let's go take a look at it. So So what we have is our students that graduated quite some time ago, and we've been working with our industry partners. And you can see Northrop Grumman, National Jet, American Welding, and we also have our continuing ed people. What we do is when our students come in and they take a look at all of this equipment, sometimes it gets very overwhelming to them. That, oh man, can I do this? And yeah, absolutely you can, but you have to work hard. But if you put the time and effort into it, you too can achieve the things that you've seen so far in Western Maryland Works. So this is celebrating the student success. So as our new students walk through the door, they tour this and we say, look, take a look at these guys here. They have done the same thing that you want to do, and they've actually got a family sustaining wage when they left us, which is awesome. And this is just the start. We've been reaching out to these folks, our graduates, and we've been asking permission to put their name up on the wall. And we've been asking permission with our industry partners. So this is just the beginning of what we've been eventually becoming an entire wall. So one of the last places I want to take you on the tour is Classroom 1, which is our largest classroom / conference room. Let's go take a look at it. Welcome to Classroom 1. This is one of our largest classrooms and eventually also be a conference room. And as you can tell, our tables are on wheels and so are our chairs, which gives us a great deal of flexibility. So this room basically can be morphed into the needs of whoever needs this classroom. Built out for this classroom, I have a large screen TV in here with distance learning capabilities with microphones into the ceiling, with a camera at the front of the room, camera at the back of the room. What we're hoping is that we can then link up with professors over on main campus, because we're at LaVale and main campus is in Cumberland, and also we're hoping to have our industry partners come in. Let's say there's an engineer or some presenter maybe in California, we can actually do it through distance learning. So that's what our hope is that this room now becomes even more versatile than what it is before. And with the makerspace, we can actually partner with other makerspaces in the state of Maryland. And we can begin to share information and techniques on how to do certain projects. So eventually this room will become even more versatile than what it is currently. So that's the hope for Classroom 1. We've taken a tour of the whole facility. Let's get out of here and let's go out to the main lobby and let's talk about what our future plans are. Let's go, come on.
Hey Tom, thanks for giving that tour. Let's shoot it over to the lab, Jaron and Tom, to finish up and talk about the future events.
Hey, that's a great idea.